Hello, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the daily outlook for February 8th for my lovely water signs. Now, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Please do remember that these daily outlooks, they premiere every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for most people in the world, that's going to be, this video is going to be coming out Thursday morning, right? The 7th. But it is actually 48th. And just, there was some confusion in the comments for some people. They thought it was the same date. I premiered a video 24 hours before today, right? So today's Thursday. When you see it, it is for tomorrow. And if you do want to just check out the premieres of the daily outlooks, all you have to do is check out my channel at 9 a.m. every morning, and all of the videos are premiering at the same time. All 4 videos. So the fire signs, air signs, earth signs, and water signs. All right, guys. All right, lovely. Let's get right into it. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's see what your February 8th is going to look like. Cancer, girl with a snake. Somebody's trying to charm you. Scorpio, cassette, talking about repetitive thinking, right? And soulmates for Pisces. All right, I'm not going to go further until I get into your cards. You can jump ahead because the video is time-stamped. Make it easier for you. That's how I set these videos up. They're meant to just be a quick little checkup in the morning for your following day. Sometimes these energies can begin the day before, right? They can begin today and then really come to a peak tomorrow. It all really depends, you know. Just take the readings as they apply to you. It's not an exact science. We're just dealing with energies, and my readings are intuitive, right? So I don't say that I'm a psychic or anything like that. I'm an intuitive reader. I'm an empathic reader. And of course, that's all very subjective. So your situation might be slightly different to what I'm talking about, or it may relate in a slightly different way, but the clarity is still meant to be there, right? That's what it's really for. All right, Cancer, we have Page of Cups and Death. Scorpio, we have Ace of Cups and the Devil. And Pisces, we have 7 of Pentacles and 7 of Swords, 2 sevens. Bottom of the deck for you water signs is Ace of Wands. So that's a lot of fire. That's a lot of wanting to follow your passions. Certainly some of you have new doors opening up for your passions. Let's get right into it with Cancer, girl with a snake. Somebody's trying to sort of charm you, right, Cancer? You know, the girl with the snake is someone who's like, you got to be really careful. They're, you know, they come across very charming, but there's a toxic energy somewhere, you know. Sometimes it isn't even just that they are purposely, you know, trying to deceive you or anything like that. It's just that, you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. And although this individual or this energy that's coming towards you is quite charming, and on the surface, yes, it may seem like it's nice. It might be a nice connection. There is something deeper beneath the surface that isn't quite healthy. So just take care, right? Page of Cups is interesting because, of course, here you are. You have somebody coming in wanting to offer you a cup of love, and you have death here, transformation in a lot of ways. I want to say that you may be going, some of you Cancers, you may, of course, be going through your own personal transformation in any case. I think a lot of you are, and that's where the Death card is coming in. And I think that part of that transformation is the fact that you may be starting to see people when they come in with their cup of love. You may be starting to see them a lot better than you did before. You know, you may have been thinking before that they are, you know, like just thinking the best, right? That they mean the best. But now with that girl with a snake, you start to see people for what they are in a way. I think that that may be part of this transformation you're going through. It could be just also for 2 separate Cancers. One of you may indeed be having a love connection, or someone coming in trying to ask you out with a date, for a date. It'd be really charming. And I would just say take care because of the oracle message. And some of you may just indeed be dealing with a day today where you're going through a lot of ups and downs because you're going through a big change. Death can indicate, you know, a change in jobs, moving, a change in personal situations, a change in environment, you know. But whatever it is, it's a transformation or a change that is unstoppable, right? You'll know when the death card, when the energy of death is coming into your world, because it's an unstoppable force, and it brings with it growth. It does take away a lot, and it can be very painful because it kind of takes all of the debt, all of the things that really should be dead and not associated with your future away, and it can be quite painful. But death always brings room for regrowth. Now, Scorpio, you've got Cassette, Ace of Cups, and the Devil. Cassette is really sort of, it can be sometimes replaying things. You've gotten this card a couple times, this Oracle card. Some of you, I think, are caught up in a love connection where something isn't quite right. There's an Ace of Cups there. You really, really love them, but there's also Devil energy there, which pulls you down a really negative road, right? It's a sort of a codependency, a feeling of codependency. It could be that there's addiction there, right? The love is there, but there may be certain addictions that you're sharing. Something is going on there, but the cassette tape also talks about having like sort of a really outdated way of thinking. You may be approaching this relationship from a very sort of restricted way of looking at things, right? Love may be there, but it may constantly go sour or get negative or, you know what I mean, kind of just go wrong because of the way you're thinking or because of the way your partner is thinking, right? Because you need to sort of update the way you're looking at relationships. You might be holding on to a mode of or an idea about relationships, or your person may be holding on to an idea about relationships that's just outdated. That's just old, like a cassette tape. Nobody listens to cassette tapes anymore. And the cassette tape also is an oracle message that reminds us sometimes when you're sort of keep thinking about the events, like, just trying to thinking them over and over and over, and like what you could have done, what they could have done, how things could have changed. It just feels like this is a love connection you have with somebody, Scorpio, where you really, really love them, but it is like a battle, right? It's a battle. And the reason why it's a battle is because somebody is unwilling to change the way they think, the way they look at the world. And when I say change, we don't want people to change who they are, but certainly evolve. When I say they don't want to change the way they think or the way they look at the world, they need to change it because it's so old and outdated. It's a way of thinking that's keeping them, keeping this kind of thing happening in relationships where it's just not, the love might be there, but the relationship just keeps sort of going down a negative path, then you want to change your thinking. You want to at least expand the way you're thinking and update it to your life now. Soulmates for Pisces, 7 of Pentacles and 7 of Swords. This is interesting. You have 2 sevens. And 7 is the number for wishes and hopes and dreams. But with 7 of Pentacles, we find ourselves sort of thinking about, like, are you happy where you're at now? Generally with finances or career, right? Are you happy? Are you happy with your career? Do you feel like maybe you've missed the bar a little bit or missed the mark? Or, it is a real feeling of reevaluating where you're at in this area in your life. And then 7 of Swords is interesting too, because 7 of Swords is the dream thief. This is a person who's quite toxic. They generally don't want to work for the things that they desire. They just want to take them. They're very lazy about that. They want it so bad. Mentally, they want it so bad, but they're just not willing to put the effort or hard work in. And so oftentimes 7 of Swords is the card for treachery, for futility. It can be the card for futility when you constantly are cutting corners or trying to find a quick fix or a magic solution to something, and it just nothing works because at the end of the day you just have to work for it. So it's interesting that this will come through. It could be that that's something you're kind of dealing with right now. It can also be that somebody in your life, I don't know, I want to say here, sometimes 7 of Swords can indicate that somebody in your life is kind of working behind the scenes against you. But I don't feel that that's the case here. I think here we're talking about a Pisces who may have indeed found themselves being quite unhappy with their career right now or their financial stability right now. And part of the reason is because things just haven't been working out. But you have to remember that sometimes, futility comes in with our decisions and the way we conduct ourselves, because are you really putting a real good foot forward? Are you really putting the effort in that you should? And oftentimes when you really think about it, you realize that you're not, and that's why things seem to be quite futile. You do have the soulmate card coming up, and it makes me think, Pisces, that for some of you on February 8th, this soulmate connection is what's making you think about all of these things, because it could be, of course, when you meet somebody, you want to have a relationship with them, you want to actually have this next journey in your life with them. Sometimes you have to think about whether or not you can financially afford it. Depending on what you both do or where you both live, or sometimes there's money involved. There may be traveling involved. There may be children involved that need to be taken care of. So sometimes, our financial stability or our financial abundance can absolutely impact whether or not a certain relationship is something that we can get into. And I think that a love connection for you, Pisces, is really making you rethink your whole sort of career. All right, guys. This is your reading for February 8th for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and share. Keep doing that for me, folks, if you enjoy my readings, because all of that helps me grow my channel, and this is what I do for a living. I only work on my YouTube channel and trying to give you guys good quality content and good quality tarot readings. So if you appreciate it, please let me know and give me that thumbs up. Don't forget, I am giving away this deck for Valentine's Day to my subscribers as a thank you. So all you have to do is leave me a comment if you're subscribed to my channel and let me know that you're interested. All right, guys, but for right now, have a wonderful day, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for your February 9th outlook, bright and early at 9 a.m. Bye-bye, guys.